I'm going to start over. Alright, so when I don't have anything prepared, like Word Nerd or some kind of sketch or video, I'll just tell you guys a story, like direct address into the camera and kind of bullshit a little bit and kill some time and try to make it interesting, and it's a cheap, effective, quick way of producing something. So this is a true story. It didn't happen to me, but it happened to a friend of mine at work. We'll call him Dave. Dave lived in Philadelphia, PA, and his dad was about to get married. Now, Dave and his friends knew a dude in California who was going to sell him 5 pounds of pot before Dave's dad's wedding. So Dave and his buddies got this idea in his head. We'll rent a van. We'll drive all the way out, straight shot to California. We'll buy 5 pounds of pot from this dealer. We'll drive all the way back. And if our calculations are correct, we'll have just enough time to make my dad's wedding. Which is exactly what happened. They all hopped in a van in Philadelphia, and they drove all the way out to California unimpeded. They met this dealer somewhere in California. I don't know where in the damn state. It's a big state. I have no clue where, but they met this drug dealer. They bought 5 pounds of pot. They drove all the way back to PA, made Dave's dad's wedding just in time, and the reception. Okay, so that's the end of Act 1. So Act 2 starts, and Dave's at work, and he's at his cubicle a couple weeks later, and 2 FBI agents show up. And they take him outside, and they take him to a secluded area, and they proceed to show him pictures. And one of the photographs that they show him is of the drug dealer in California, and the fucker's dead. Like classic shot of this dead guy on his back with his shirt pulled up around his neck, you know, and his face is all blue and purple and nasty. And he was murdered. And these 2 FBI agents were like, "You fucked up our investigation. We were conducting a really long investigation on this big drug ring out there, and you guys just screwed everything up. Now you're going to work for us. Now you're going to play ball with us, or you can, take your chances and go to court with this thing, but we'll make damn sure you do a lot of time in jail." So Dave decides to play ball. So they fly him out back to California, and he goes through this weirdo training period where they're grooming him and training him to wear a wire, and he's going to go conduct drug deals and be an integral part of the process, taking on some pretty big dealers. So the point of the story is really this. Just as Dave is ready to go nervously into this meeting with a big-time drug dealer in California, the FBI agents have him in a van, and they've got his shirt open, and they're putting the wire on his chest, and they're taping it. And it's kind of an intimate moment, and Dave's really nervous. And the FBI agent looks at him and says, "Oh, by the way, this wire is a little defective. If it starts smoking, just light up a cigarette." And he's like, "What the fuck?" And the FBI agent's like, I'm just kidding. It should work fine." So he does his thing. He goes into Dave goes in wearing the wire, and apparently it's pretty successful. The FBI agents are happy, and everybody comes back to the East Coast. And Dave's under the, end of Act 2, begin Act 3, Dave's under the assumption that his life is going to return to normal because he did what the FBI agents wanted, and they said they would leave him alone after he performed these tasks for them. Well, a couple weeks later, the same 2 agents show back up again. They pulled him outside, took him to a secluded area, and said, "We know where you are, we know where you work, we know where you live. You're not free of us. We were just fucking around with you. We can come and get you anytime we want, and we will come and get you anytime we want." And that's the end of the story. True story. Thank God it didn't happen to me.